Hello again, I'm Milton and welcome to the Little Milto channel. Now, this is the box that the Universal Surface Grinding Dust Shroud actually comes in. And what do you get in the box? We'll get through this very quickly. You get this here, and of course this bit here actually slides over like so. Now, let's get this thing out of the way. Like so, and it clips into place. And when my first video up, when I showed this on the floor, I actually had it left open and it opened up a little bit. And that's why you can see a little bits coming out. More about that in a minute. So you get this. You get a lovely little key spanner for taking the discs off as well, which is very nice that they put that in. You get 4 of these different sizes for going around the end of the grinder here. Forgot what you called that. And you get a rubber bit for your hose here. So that's all what you get inside the box. So how do you assemble it? Well, I had a problem because just on here it has a locking device for the actual guard that goes on here. So when you want to switch position, you just push the lever and you turn it round. So I had to take it off. I also had to cut out a little nick here in the front of this one here. Now this is when things are going to get a bit strange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble it how I actually had it assembled originally, because there's a bit of a story coming. So we'll put this piece on here first, because I know that's the right one for it. You select the right one, then you take this and you place this on here. Now I'm going to put the neck to this bit on here, and I'm just going to build it how it was originally built, because this is all for a reason. This, why is it not going down right? Come on you get. There we go. That's it on. We're on right. Not quite. There we are. We're on right. Then, you're not supposed to do it this way. You're supposed to close that down and lock it in place. But I found with this one, by tightening it up here, that'll do, and then clipping this down on here, then we take our disc, this one here, we place it on like so, and we take this bit, put this bit on like so, and we just tighten it down nicely, finger tight. It's like this. Now that was how I originally had this, but now we come to the small problem. When you put it down on here, the disc is actually sitting flat on the table, and it wasn't doing that. Now the reason why I kind of had a bit of a pause there, what happened was, when I actually went downstairs, and I'll show you the footage, what actually happened, and I had to go back and rethink and figure out what would went wrong. That was how I had it originally when I was doing the wall. And when it was on the floor, it was still in this position. And there was hardly any dust coming out. As I said, I left this bit here slightly open, and you could see little bits coming out. But when I tried it, this is what actually happened downstairs in the cellar, and you'll see all the dust coming out. what actually happened, I'll turn it back over again. When my son finished it off, he finished it off in about 3 minutes, and this around here kept clogging up with the wet dust, and it meant the bristles wouldn't fold then, they wouldn't do this. And when he was giving it welly, we must have wore out the bristles round here because they weren't actually folding back. So the bristles are shorter. Now I have to move the guard further up, so I have to slacken it all off again to stop this from happening. So I have experimented, and it was working last night when I was actually doing it. So what I've done is I've slackened it off so I can lift this up a touch here, and now I can lock it down with this to make sure I've got it in place. That's too much now. See, it's tricky. It took me ages to get this right last night, and I can see this getting done slightly off camera as well, no doubt. To get it directly into place where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I can see this getting done off camera, and that's pretty good. So if I then lock, it's pulling it. If I now lock this down like so and check it all the way around, yeah, that's looking good. Then take this and finish off the tightening now, all the way up. We're basically ready to go. Let's check that. Yep, that's pretty even all the way around. And as you can see, if you look in there, there's a little thing, how wore out the bristles are round there as well. And that was a problem. I hadn't realised the bristles had worn out. So in actual fact, I could do a new one, and what killed it was that the what do you call this again? The brushes here, the bristles that keep the dust in, they have actually wore out. They're actually shorter now than they were originally. So it means I've got a problem. It means I've had to move the guard further up on it. Although it's gripped in quite tight, it shouldn't come flying off, hopefully. So in other words, really what I should be doing now is I should actually scrap this and actually buy a new one, because then that way I know then that that's alright. It was the wall that wore it out, because all the bristles all clogged up, and when they clogged up, of course, they wouldn't fold, they wouldn't move, and we were rubbing it over the top when we were doing it, and that's what wore the bristles out, because they should be longer. Anyway, I think we should take off now and go downstairs and have a look at the job we're going to be doing, the floor. Now, that's the wall I did the other day with the grinding shroud. That wall there, that was really damp. Now let's have a look and see how much stuff I actually took off that wall. Okay, this is how deep I have to go to actually get into it, to get to the bottom of it. There's the bottom, you just see it, just there, that's the bottom. So that is how much stuff I took off that wall. That would have been all over the place if I hadn't had that shroud. There we go, now the bin's empty now. If we look, we can see the concrete here, and here, and it's all over here and here. What we're going to do is we're going to take down all of this, and hopefully keep the dust down to a minimum. So I'll show you the camera angle, what you've got to be looking at just now. This is the camera angle we'll be at for over here, and I'm pretty sure we can see all of this here. So I'll get the safety gear on now. did get a little bit of overdust and it did come through. But you got to remember, the floor in here is quite uneven. That don't look too bad. So how much dust did we get? Now bearing in mind, I have actually knocked the dust off the filter and the filter was getting pretty blocked. That was another reason why it wasn't sucking up so good. So all that fine powder there, and there's the bottom there of the bin, all that would have been all over the cellar, and that's what you would have been breathing in. So I think, yeah, even for that little spill, it did well. Now, all that dust that you've seen in that bin was all what came off the floor, and it also started to clog up the actual filter on it, and I noticed it wasn't sucking too much. So yeah, just bear that in mind the next time you're using a grinding disc near stone, how much dust you're actually getting, and it's going everywhere. And if you think that's healthy, then go ahead and use one without a shroud like this, because believe you me, I'm glad I did, because that would have went everywhere and it's a mess you've got to clean up. Now I will admit there was bits coming out, but you got to remember, this isn't as flexible as it used to be, and not only that, depending on the unevenness and still getting used to the tool, if you hit the concrete, the big bits wrong, what happens is it just fires out everywhere. You've got to keep this on the actual floor itself as much as possible. So I don't know how you've got to cope if you have to go in close and actually open this piece here up. If I can open it, yeah I can. Because when the minute you open that up like that, can you imagine the amount of dust that's got to come flying out of that? And of course, the one thing I forgot to add that you get with it, you also get a set of instructions, which unfortunately are a little bit on the vague side. I did actually go through them. They are a bit vague, but they are there. Now, what's coming up next? Now wait, surprise, surprise now. Yes, I've been out buying more things for the grinder. Now, we have a cutting shroud here. Universal dust control attachment for the grinder for cutting. And I also splashed out and I bought the DEWALT for 60 odd quid. This was actually quite cheap. I think it was about 26, something like that, same price as what this was. So I'm not too sure we're getting this, but what we'll do is, I think we should go for this one next. Enough's enough with these for the time being, and then we'll have a laugh at the DEWALT and see how that copes with it. That's how I knew the brushes were actually goosed here, because when I bought this, I checked them with that, and I thought, yeah, they're totally goosed, they're too short now. So anyway, one thing I will say though, if you're an American watching this, this is OSHA approved, by the way, this. So there you go with that one. So I think next we'll go for this one for the next video. What do you think? So okay then, I'll say goodbye now, and next video is going to be about this. And thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Okay, bye now.